Okay, I'm recording this purely because I want to share this basic concept in terms of trust open cases, right? So this is basically a journey that all your clients will experience with you, or like all your prospective clients, right? But what do I mean by trust? Okay, usually when I talk about trust is before the person meet you, number one, they minimally need to like you, right? They like you as the way you speak, the way you write, the way you present yourself in terms of the 5 senses, right? Like for gentlemen, please spell nice. Okay, or at least for gentlemen, please look sharp, right? Gel up your hair, style your hair a bit, put on products, hair products, if not, just botak, okay? Okay, so when we talk about trust, right, it is a few things that we want to do is firstly, to the client's mind is who do you serve? Okay, not who are you. Okay, who do you serve is more important, right? For example, I'm a father. If a guy tell me that he's a father of 3 or 2, and I intend to be a father soon, means I'm father to be, right? I'm married, I'm father to be, and the things that he talk on social, whether the platform is not very important. It is not the platform that dictates your content. It is your content that will dictate how you attract people, right? And I did share on our own Telegram chats. There are 8 types of content that you can create, right? Like for example, the other day I was talking to Kelly over here. For example, you are a mother of 2, correct? Okay. Then what you want to create content is, if I can relive my life before I have my firstborn, what are the 3 things I will not do, and what are the 3 things I will do? Why? Because the content like this will attract. Yeah, so we shall send a voice message to you also. Okay, so don't worry, take care of my audience, take care of my people. So who do you serve best, right? And you need to show what? Proof. Fact? Right? Or you show that you are the person. Okay, so it's only 2 ways. I want to become someone, or I am the someone. Right? For the mothers, you can say I am the someone, right? Fair? I mean, correct, right? Correct. To respond to me, okay? Then obviously, like for example, for Scarlett over here, you are not a mother yet, but you can still say that now at my age, my 20s, I maybe want to be a mother at 32. I anyhow randomly say that, right? And then for the next 7 years, right? Let's assume it's 7 son. This is what I will do to prepare myself to be a mother, to be a mother, right? But of course, that's assuming that she has a boyfriend, then etc. etc. But again, content like I don't have a boyfriend, but I am looking for. If I want to look for a boyfriend, what are my thoughts toward it? You know, it may not be, the boyfriend will be handsome and a lot of money in a sense, right? So you will attract the similar audience that is in your stage of life, right? Like for example, one thing that recently in a group of friends, right, some of them are single. So they ask, so how do you know whether the person is with you or not? Like, can you like date the person, right? Or can you let the person be your girlfriend? Okay, so what is the stage for people like me? Then I say, if I have relived my life again, then I will want to focus on this thing called the 3 perspective of a person's life. Like for example, the world view. How do they see the world? Because sometimes people see the world like the world is unfair and he or she is always being cheated. Then do you want to be with a person like this? So that's what I say. Then secondly, your life value. Okay? Life value could be what? Oh, I do not want to have a kid anymore. Okay? For ladies, some men will tell you that I don't want to commit to a marriage. Fair? Then do you want to be with someone like that? Then my comment to the girl in the audience, I say, If the guy tell you, I will be ready, and then once I'm ready, I can commit to you and be your boyfriend, I told her, stop waiting, stop wasting your time, move forward. Okay? Why? Because the person do not give you a time frame. Saying this is because you meet your prospective client, one thing you only need to ask and say, if you are meeting me today, when do you intend to execute what I'm going to share with you? Because consultants, our job is execution. We execute for them because they can't do it themselves. They either wanted us to do it fully for them or with them, which is do with them or do for them. Only two approach. If they say they want to do it for themselves, what will you do? Like what she says, bye-bye. See, no name mentioned. Okay, no name mentioned. Alvin says okay, bye-bye. Why? Because time is the essence. You have not enough time really, everyone. I also have not enough time. Maybe tomorrow I piang. No, I won't. I want to live until a very long age, and God has told me how long I live. But anyway, okay, who you serve and show proof, right? And obviously focus on the 8 types of content. Right? Very important. But of course, I'm not going to elaborate this because it's in the videos already. Do watch them. And the one word I will say regarding your social profile is design your content like you are in a quest. In a quest of what? Conquering something. Right? Like for mothers or fathers who want to be, mother to be or father to be want to have a first child, Mr. Client, your quest is what? Give birth to a first child in a way that you can sleep well and be very comfortable and stress-free. Am I right to say that? And this is a list of things that you can do for yourself. Okay? So that's a quest that we are on. It's not a plan, ladies and gentlemen. It's a quest. Right? It's an adventure. It's an experience. And that is what I always do when I meet all of you at the gallery, right, for group coaching. Right? Like the last time I brought them to the gallery, then I bring them to a few places and I told them how I will use the gallery, the National Gallery Singapore, as a place where I can have a conversation with investors. In fact, the 2 ladies here, please acknowledge, because the rest never come, so please come, okay? Okay, so this is section 1. So section 2. Okay, when you do section 1 well, right, what's going to happen is they will come to you. Right? You just have to do this thing that is necessary, is get them to meet you. Okay? Sorry. Get them to meet you. Right? Do not follow up on the appointments. Get them to meet you. So usually my sequence will be one day, once they interact with me, look at my content, whether in my stories or posts, then that's where I will look at their profile and ask them what caught their attention. Right? So if you talk about parents to be having their first child, they interacted, they liked, they asked some questions, then you ask them, would it be good that we go for an in-depth conversation? And even before we go for the in-depth conversation, ask them, are you preparing to have a first child? Are you preparing for the quest? Then what are the top 3 questions that you have in mind? But please do not answer them on social. Bring them into an appointment, 45 minutes to an hour, in a sense. And always, okay, do not tell them like, oh no lah, it's non-obligational. You don't need to say that, right? Because the more you say something, the more it feels like it is not, right? Like this one thing that I always tell consultants: don't say the word "trust me." Because the more you say the word trust me, it doesn't feel like it's trusting you. Right? You're not as trustworthy. Okay, don't laugh, okay? Back then when I was younger, in terms of conversation, I think I make those mistakes. Please don't do that. Okay? The reason why you don't do that because now you got a guide, right? The guide is supposed to reduce all these mistakes of yours. Okay, so please take note, okay? Try not to make people trust you, make people feel that you are the person for them. Okay, why is the person for them? Because remember, in a quest, you are showing proof, you talking to the people or the person that you can serve best, not sell. Serve them, don't sell. Because you sell them after they bought something, bye-bye. Very transactional. But you serve them. Investing consulting is very different, right? It's not like insurance. You buy one time, then you totally forget about it. When you need to claim, then maybe the advisor no longer around. But investment consultant cannot. You probably do like yearly reviews with them, investment portfolio review, to tell them whether the returns are good or bad, then what needs to be done for the investment allocation. Get them to meet you, then of course ask questions. Right? Try to ask 3 to 5 questions before they come in. But the question, right, is to disqualify them. Don't ask questions like, hey, you got money or not? No, I cannot. But if you ask them, then God will. Okay? So ask them like your challenges, your misconception. What are the things that caught your attention, right, in regards to the post? Or is there certain area of your life that need clarification? Because our job as investment consultants are basically bringing clarity to individuals. Bring clarity to individuals, right? And with the framework that is given to you, the 8 asset allocation framework, or the community when you ask difficult investment questions, that's where we will support them through their journey with us. So that framework and the community is supposed to help you build conviction, right? That's why now I wrote a lot of newsletters. Do use them. For those that is not in the community, please do not use them because I might potentially sue you. Because I'm thinking of posting this, so I just want to say this. Okay? Then and then when you get them to meet you, you ask questions. That's where in the appointment, right? In the actual appointment. Okay. Typically, if you have done section A well, it will be a 1 appointment opening. Typically. If you don't do the first step well, it will be a 2 appointment opening. Means you only do 2 appointments to open the case. Okay. I specifically choose the word open is because investment consultant is open communication throughout, or open conversation. Okay, it's not like, you sign already, then I totally forget about you. No, it's not like insurance, it's not like your shoe plan. It's very, very different. Investment is very different, it's always open communication, especially times like this, that is very volatile. Extremely volatile at this period. That's why my intention to write the newsletter is once a month, honestly. I only think of like 10 articles, then done already. And honestly, I already wrote all the 10 articles. Okay, don't ask me how I do it, I can do it. Okay, you're watching it, you don't have the system to do it, then of course sign up to the coaching program. Okay? And I every day right now, but not tired because it's easy. I just show the 3 of them how I created content like that. Easy, okay? Easy, lemon squeezy. Like what my daughters told me when she was at about 3 to 5 years old. If not like, good night, sweet dreams, don't let the big bugs bite. Okay? So 1 or 2. Okay. If, like I said, in your first appointment, it is basically all these things. Okay? All these 4 things is to be addressed in your first appointment. Because I say, if you do this well on social, you settle your first appointment. Okay? Okay? So when you get them to meet you, obviously ask questions, send them your content that is relevant to them before you go into the first appointment. But of course, like I said, if you do the first thing well, what you're trying to do is you're trying to pre-frame the conversation. Means before they come in, you already frame the conversation. I serve this group of individuals the best. Why? Been there, done that, and I want to prevent people from making those mistakes. Can follow? In that frame. Okay? Those that are not at that frame is fine. You can tell people, I want to get there. Okay, like the 6th level of purpose-driven life. I think that is very important, and I want all of you to advocate this thing that we should stop becoming a slave to money, but let money be a servant to us. Okay, and that content could be your centerpiece, right? It must be your centerpiece because that is the purpose. It is not so much of building passive income, Mr. Client. is to let money work for you on behalf of you so that you can stop working. That is the real conversation. That is the real quest. Okay? And but of course, for some of you may not reach there yet, but that's where you tell your client, I want to reach there in the next 10 years. I want to reach there in the next 5 years. I want to reach there in the next 1 year. Then your client you will attract them, right? And then your content will be all the inner thoughts that you have in your mind, right? Like, well, my newsletter is really because all my inner conversation, right? So when I wrote it down, it is a structural way of people to understand my thought process, and I can be perceived as a thought leader. So that is what we want to do. Okay. So in regards to your second appointment or your first appointment, if you have done your pre-frame conversation well, what's going to happen is, guess what you're going to do in the appointment? Guess what you're going to do in the appointment? Come, try. Sorry? Yeah. So let's say you have done all this already, right? Then they come for the first appointment. So what are you going to do? Ask question. Very good. Remember, our work is to help clients make better decisions with their life decision, with investment decision. So usually when I do the first part of the pre-frame conversation now, I will usually they will come into a conversation, I will ask them, number one, what do you want from me? So you can sing the song, what do you want from me? You know, that song, very, very popular song. Secondly, you can ask them, what are the questions, right, that you want me to answer today so that you can start investing today? Is my question clear? So what are the 3 questions that is critical for your decision making that you will decide to invest today? That's all. Okay, why do you want to do that is because if they do not want to invest, they will trigger. If they don't want to invest today, they will doubly trigger. Okay? Get the triggers out. Okay? Likewise, if you are having 2 appointment opening, still need to have this conversation in there. Get it? Because you don't have it in the first part, then obviously you can do it in the beginning when you meet the person. But I want all of you to quickly do up some content, at least 10 content that you start executing. Okay? Don't think about creating, okay? Because if you look at my day 1 as a coach, right? My day 1 content until my today's content is very, very different. Right? Maybe for the next 3 months I'll be in the National Gallery. The next few months I don't know where I will be. Then my content might be different. Right? Okay? So ask question. The question that you are trying to address, right, is invest today. That's the question that you're trying to answer for them. That's all. Job done. Right? And ask until they will say that, okay, then how will I be investing? That is the word really, right? How will I be investing? Okay, what asset? Right? Okay, then remind them it is not the plan, it is the person. Right? It is not the how, it's not the what, it is the how. Understand? Because it's not the plan that you buy that make you money. It's the person that I am that help you decide how you should be buying and selling at different point of time. Right? Because if they look at the what, they are very present. It should be the how. Because when they look at what, right, you know what's going to happen? They will look at one thing, ROI. Is ROI a best way to evaluate an investment? Yes, if they have invested. No, if they are going to invest. Fair? Because, I mean, if I tell you I make 100% last year, it has no impact on you. But if you can show them, hey, my client made 100%, so how you want to get in? But get in not because of this asset, get in because I am the person who did it for them. Fair enough? So because it's the person, then another word that is very important for us is process, not ROI. Sorry, I don't have space again. I probably need to buy another whiteboard. Okay, so it's not ROI but process. So Mr. Client, do you know, sorry, this is it. Okay, so I'm going to cross those words that is not relevant one. Then those words that I kept is how you should be focusing on. So in the appointment, basically focusing on how will we be investing your money through a process, and I am the person to help you, and we have a group of individuals because you are in a community. So generally this is 1, 2, 3, 4 things that we'll talk about. Right? And the allocation, right, don't need to show a deck. Right? Generally, if 2 groups of individuals out there, one, they do not want to know the technical aspect of them, then you just do it for them. Those who need, means they have invested, that's where you will have an in-depth discussion with them, slightly more. But between do for you and do with you, which one more expensive? Which one is more premium? No, do with them. You know why? You need to ask them more questions, right? So when I talk more, then of course more expensive. That's all. So if the client is less than 1,000, just do for them. Say, hey, don't talk so much, I just settle. If the client more than 1,000, hey, you are a premium client, I can discuss more. It's like a lawyer mode, man. Right? If I just copy paste, cheap. If I talk, different, expensive. So you are a lawyer, you are a doctor, you are surgeons, you are architect. So clock by the hours. Right? That's how you can raise your rates. Okay, last one, open case. Open case is very easy one. You finish the 4 parts of it, then open case. So it is basically a closing statement for them to get started to invest with you. Right? So how will you handle them? Okay, usually, obviously, before the opening cases, right, there will be some objections, right? The number one objection you will probably face, but it's not an objection, is I don't have money. But that one is not an objection, it's a problem. Okay? That's why when you ask them, are you looking to invest today, right? You settle that problem already. Because if they say invest today, hey, then straight away say, hey, so and so I no money. Then you know already lah. No money lah. Don't get until the last stage. Don't get until the last stage, because then you basically wasted your appointment. Okay. Then another problem that you may face is where they tell you they don't like lock-ins. You all know how to handle the lock-in conversation? Just the formula. Right? We had that. I do not want to share this on social because it's my intellectual property. Okay, because I intend to post this on YouTube. Okay, a long time never do YouTube. I think I need to do some content. Okay, so handle the objection. Another content, another objection that people use is where I need to think about it. Okay, this one I give for free. So when people tell you I need to think about it, right? The first thing you ask them, before you came in, were you very confused and lacked clarity? If the answer is yes, am I right to say that for the last 30 to 45 minutes or the timing that you have spent with them, I have brought clarity with you, to you? Okay. But before you ask them this question or tell them in this framework, you make sure you bring clarity, right? Okay? In the 45 minutes, not confuse them. Okay? Sometimes people like to say, right, you cannot convince them, you confuse them. Okay, this is a very, very bad principle. You can only bring clarity in your job. If you also not clear, they also not clear, then means roti prata, means you are flattened. So cannot. Is pancake in Hong Cantonese. Right? So do take note. You have to have a level of conviction, right, to say that, hey, I truly brought clarity to this client for the last 45 minutes. When they say, think about it, I will ask them, have I brought you clarity over the last 45 minutes? And if the answer is yes, Mr. Client, you are trying to pick bones in eating a fish. Nobody pick the bones in the fish one. only eat the meat, not the bones, correct? Only when you have meat in your mouth, you are worried that there are bones. Fair? So just explain this to them. If you are trying to find fault, technically they can only find fault with a few things. Number one, they can find fault with you. Just ask them, is it that you don't like what I have said? Means like you don't think that I'm the right person. Number two, do you think that the process will not help you? Right? Number three, do you feel that how I invest your money is not the preferred way? There's no right or wrong way to invest people's money. Okay? It's only where do you as an advisor bring clarity and conviction to them. If they don't feel that you are even clear, they are not clear. If they don't even feel that you have conviction, they are not clear. You get my point? Right? And that's where the first section of your social media need to be done appropriately. Okay, either you do it yourself or you borrow credibility, which is, let's say, my credibility. You can always share my content. Don't like my content, share my content, add some thoughts to it, and then that's where you can start generating more content. Okay, previously when I was an advisor, I used a lot of great investors' content, right, and their thoughts. But of course, when you really want to go to the next level, then you have to create your own thoughts. Right, to tell people that you are different, you have your own opinions, can be a bit more polarizing, right? Or you basically try to advocate for something. Okay, any more objections when it comes to open cases? Have I handled the top three? No money, think about it. Then the one is, I don't like lock-in. Any more? Any more? I'm recording. Pause very funny. Tell me, sorry, keep you entertained. Sing the Apache song. Okay. So assuming don't have. Okay, assuming don't have. Usually it's this top three. Assuming you cleared them and then you feel that they are ready to open the case, then you just ask them. Let's assume you're going to start now. Will 1,000 be the amount? Okay. Technically, in your appointments, right, you can give them scenarios. Like, assuming you're going to invest today, right, what will be the amount that you are thinking? 2,000, 3,000, or even beyond that. Okay, try not to give a low number, please. You know why? You give a low number, you get a low number. Always start the conversation. If you are looking to invest, okay, firstly, you can survey their career, potentially what's their income level, then you can just throw a number. Let's say you are investing for 2,000. How does that sound? Oh, sounds good. I can do more than 3K. Then why not do 3K lah? So your case big or small, you decide. If you start saying like, assuming you invest 300 a month, okay? They will say what? Can I invest 100 a month? Because you know why? The number that you put on your lips is the conviction that you are willing to carry. Understand? Like me, 10 million. I never even blink. Come, give me the money. 10 million. Okay, 10 million. Okay, not many people. One people. I can manage one. 100 also can. No problem. Okay? Never blink. It's either I'm lying or I'm a very good liar. Either way. I'm not. I'm fully convicted. Don't ask things like, are you going to sign or not? I mean, like, no conviction. Just say, hey bro, we're doing this already, right? Let's go. Or sis, I'm on this quest. Are you with me? Just shake hand. Like that. How do you feel about this quest? What's the chances of we winning together? I alone may not win, but I need more people. Right? So you can do it in a way that you feel that they are going in with you. Like something like assume close, but not so much of assume close, like it's more like with the sensing you feel that they are on board with you. Right? Means the ship can only dock one time. Now I have docked and I am meeting you. Do you want to come on board? To come on board, you need a passport. The passport is you invest 2,000 with me. Correct what? Stamp of commitment. Either time or money or effort. Okay. And I specifically use the word open cases. Of course, in the EDM, I put open case. Must always think of looking at the person in the eye and say, who do you feel we can help together? Who do you feel that we can help together? Okay. And tell them how you feel today is exactly how will I let them feel in the future when I meet them. Best if Miss Client, Mr. Client, you can be there with them to validate me. Correct. Which is what happened recently. I met a client, a prospective investor from a recommendation of my business owner client who owns an Indian restaurant. I went there twice. When he called me to go, I said, he specifically said, oh, this one is a sales call, of course no obligation. I said, of course, bro. I never even say that. The person said no. Oh, then I said, you know me for 10 years, right? I told him. I said, anyway, I will do it even better. I will come to your restaurant. Then you'll see how I do it. Then the second time, I also went there. The prospective client feels good, and he said, I will buy you dinner. And then secondly, he said, I will do it when I found a job. Because now he's not a PR. And his employment permit is going to be end on the 8th of May. So after 8th of May, if you found a job, then go there and do what? Open now. That's more. Right? Okay. So of course there's variation of how you can do the open cases. Or it could be like, Mr. Client, my annual portfolio review is once a year. Shall we arrange next year this time to decide whether your allocation make money for you or not? He say okay means you need to sign, right, ladies and gentlemen? Then sign lah. Okay, bye. Okay, please subscribe, like and share the videos, assuming this is being posted on YouTube. Bye.